Hi, you guys. You're watching Bad Witch Books. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be going over my fall book haul. So if you do not know, I do seasonal book hauls. I've done a summer book haul, a spring book haul, and a winter book haul. So for 2022, I divide them 3 months each. So December through February's winter, March through May is spring. March through May, spring. June through August is summer. And then the last 3 months of the year, September, October, November are the fall months. So this is the last haul of the year. And these are not all the books I bought this year, because besides the fact that I count December for winter, so that'll be in next year's haul, I probably did not find all the books I've bought over the years, over this last 3 months. These are most of them. And it's a lot. I have a problem buying books, but I'm on BookTube. That tends to happen a lot. And I've bought, it's still the middle of the month. I think it's the 16th today. But I need to pre-film, so we're getting this. It's still a lot of books, though. There won't be a list of the books in the description because I don't got time for that. But you will have links to my other haul videos of the year. But let's get started, shall we? I was going to try to do them in order, but I thought, fuck that, when I got to it, because it's a big list. Okay, so the first book I will show you guys is going to be the Fairy Loot version of Belladonna. Pretty sprayed edges, pretty cover. It's gorgeous naked. If you don't know what this book is about Cigna Farrow, I believe is her last name. She has the ability to see death, and she is also, I think, immortal. And she goes from family member to family member because each of her family members dies mysteriously while taking care of her, until she is sent to live with her cousins. And one of the cousins has already died, the wife. And the daughter is now sick, the same way the wife was. But Cigna finds out that there was something suspicious about it, and she has to undiscover the mystery. But I really enjoyed this. I have read this. This is a 4-star book. This will probably be my top 10 books of the year. It was really fun, and I love this edition. Okay, next book I have here is the the Book of the Month edition of the X-Hex. Just regular edition. This is by Erin Sterling. I also have the Book of the Month edition of the X Curse. The Curse something. But, that is, I don't know where that edition is at the moment. It's somewhere on my bookshelves and I can't find it. So I also have that. I just got it recently from, Book of the Month. But this book is about our girl named, what is her name? Vivian. She and this guy named Reese are dating. She's 19, right out of high school. They're dating, and then she finds out that Reese is betrothed, and she gets mad, and they break up, and because she's a witch, they're both witches, she curses him, but she doesn't think it's a serious curse. And then 9 years later, he comes back into town for some magic stuff, and they find out the curse is real, and they have to break it, and they still have feelings for each other. It was really fun and enjoyable, read around Halloween time. It was like a 3 stars. This was just fun. I enjoyed it. Next is going to be probably one of, if not, a tied for my favorite book of the year, and that is Babel. Thank you to Princess from the Castle Library. I will leave her channel down below. She sent this copy to me, and I'm so thankful that I finally have an edition of Babel, because I love this book so much. If you do not know what Babel is about, it is about our main character, Robin Swift. He is a boy in 1828 who is taken from his home in Canton by the Professor Lovewell and raised to go to the School of Babel, which is about translation, and it is about the magic system of translating stuff. And he goes to Oxford, where Babel is located, and he learns, but he has to deal with racism and the institution of the translation and how it is a weapon of colonization. Really good series, really good book. Like, this is a 5-star read. I love this. I read it back in September, and I still think about it to this day. Next book I have here is Trials of the Amazons. This is a graphic novel. This is a crossover event of Wonder Woman, Nubia and the Amazons, Yara Flora Wonder Girl, I believe, is what the crossover event is. But basically what happens is something is happening at Doom's Doorway, which is the underworld that is held under the Themyscira. And so multiple of the different Amazonian tribes, the Bangladesh Amazons in Egypt, I forget what the other new ones are called, that are the Yara Flores tribe in Brazil, and the Themyscirans all have to figure out a solution to the problem. And also, I know there is a murder mystery involved. But yes, I have not read this, but I'm very excited. I just finished Nubia and the Amazons, which is another comic. I can't find what happened to my edition of Nubia, but I did finish that. And that takes place before this, and that is about Nubia has now been named Queen of the Amazons, while Hippolyta is in man's world, and she has to adjust to being queen, as something lurks in the shadows of the Themyscira. Okay, next we have 2 books, because they are a series, and that is Lord of Eternal Night and King of Immortal Tithe. These are this is a series, but it is standalone, so they could be read separately. Like, they don't have to be read in order, but they are romance books. Lord of Eternal Night is about a boy who is named, I forget Jax. He is a witch, and he is sent to this castle, Darkmoth, to be a sacrifice to this vampire lord, but he is actually secretly sent to kill the vampire lord, and smutty things happen. I enjoyed this book. I read it last year, and I think give it 3.5 stars. Next is King of Immortal Tithe. I read this last month. This is about Arlo, I believe, and he is a human whose his land is overrun by vampires, and the only safety is this town created by the elves that protects humanity. And every year, the elves come, and they have to take a mate, and Arlo's twin sister is almost taken by the Prince of Death, whose touch can kill, to be, like, he almost chooses her to be his mate, but Arlo, who didn't know that his touch can kill, stops him, and touches him and doesn't die, and the prince is like, what? And so he takes him. This is like Hades Persephone vibes. And this was fun. I did not enjoy it as much because, like, the smutty scenes, this book was longer, I think, and the smutty scenes didn't happen until, like, halfway through, but I did enjoy some of the smutty scenes, so it was, like, one of those I really liked. If you, my last video, my October wrap-up, I talked about that scene. Okay, next is another book sent by the lovely princess. I appreciate it because I wanted the hardcover so bad. Because I am a bougie bitch. We will discuss that a lot today. But that is The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. This, if you do not already know, is about 2 magicians who are pitted in a contest when they are children, and the Night Circus is their battleground. And it is fun. It was an enjoyable read. I probably want to reread it, but physically, because, like, I was zoning out a lot of the audiobook, and I'll probably enjoy it more. But I did like the imagery of the book. Okay, the next books we have is another copy of Belladonna. This is the actual, like, US edition, and the only reason I'm really keeping this one is I went to a book event in a couple towns over, and I got it signed and personalized, so I will be keeping this edition, and this is the edition I read. And I already talked about what Belladonna is about, so there's that. Okay, and the next book is probably my favorite book of the year. Well, Babel will probably be the best book of the year. This is most likely going to be my favorite book of the year, and that is The Sunbear Trials by Aiden Thomas. Is anybody surprised? It was just pretty with the light. This is about our boy named Theo. He is a semidosa, a jade semidosa, so he's like the second rank of the gods they have in this world. And he is chosen for the Sunbearer trials, where it's like a challenge to pick a sacrifice and a victor. And they usually pick the golds, who are kind of stuck up, so Deo has to try to survive. And he is the son of Quetzal, the goddess of the Dios of birds. Okay. Woo! How many books have I done already? I don't know. I'm not keeping count. If you are, maybe put in the comments. We'll see. Okay. Next is another book I bought when I was at the Belladonna signing. I was looking for things to do in the town before the signing. So I went to a comic book store that was in the town, which the comic book store is amazing. It was really nice. The people who worked there were like really fun to talk to. So if you're a comic book store, it's in my Belladonna vlog. I will link that video. I have a lot of linking videos to do this week. Editing Paco's gonna hate that. But anyway, here we go for Far Sector. This is the book I bought. It is by N.K. Jemisin. This is about so it is an N.K. Jemisin graphic novel, which I'm like, yes, I want to read N.K. Jemisin, and this is gonna be the first book I read by her when I decide to actually read it. But this is about our newest Green Lantern. What is her name? Sojourner Jo Mullein. And she is in the Far Sector, so the farthest from the Green Lantern Corps. And she has to solve a mystery. And because she's a space detective. And I really heard really stellar things about this book. The art, just from flipping through it, is stunning. I'm really excited to read it. And I love Jo's art style from what I've seen. Like her costuming and her look, her aesthetic is just amazing. I'm really excited to get into this because it's N.K. Jemisin, so yeah. Next, we are still on our comic book train, and we have Batgirls. Batgirls. This is by a bunch of people. Pause, and you could kind of read the names. But this is about the 3 different Batgirls: Barbara Gordon, Cassandra Cain, and Stephanie Brown, as they work together to try to keep Gotham under control. Because as we all know, Gotham is crazy as shit. And I am glad to get into this because I love all 3 of the Batgirls. I love Barbara Gordon, I love Cassandra, and I love Stephanie. And I'm glad to finally see Stephanie and Cassandra get some shine. Because they are bad bitches. And what do we love on this channel? Bad bitches. Ain't that right, Diana? She's quiet. Okay. Not even, that's just one stack. Okay. Next book is Wonder Girl Homecoming. This is Yara Flores' graphic novel. This is a bind up, and this is by Joelle Jones. So this is introducing our new Wonder Girl, Yara Flora, who is the Brazilian Wonder Woman. And she has something to do with a new mystery tribe of Amazons that are in the Amazon. I am really excited for this. I love a Latina Wonder Woman. And I am just so excited to finally get into this. This has been on my radar for a while, and I'm glad I finally have the bind up so I can read it. Okay. Next are 2 books, and that is Excalibur Volume 2. I still need to buy Volume 1. And the hardcover of Excalibur Volume 2. Because the way the hardcovers work, they take 2 paperback trades. Okay, so, comic book world, lingo for you. A paperback bind up of this, so Volume 2, is 5 comics. So I believe this is 5 to 10. No, so this collects 7 to 12. And so issues 7 to 12 of the singles, and this collects 2 of these. So this collects 16 through 26. So I just need to get Volume 1, and then the other issues that are between these are for another event, which are in another book. It's for the X of Swords event, which I've read, and I loved X of Swords, which is also by Trini Howard. But Excalibur is X-Men's magic team. It follows Betsy Braddock, our Captain Britain, as she deals with the politics of Weird World, which is like a whole other dimension that she has a connection to due to being Captain Britain. She also has to deal with the logistical, political stuff of her being Captain Britain and also being a mutant with loyalties to the island nation of Krakoa, and Britain like being like, we don't want a mutant as our hero. And it's a lot of stuff. I love Betsy. I am glad they finally switched her back to her own body, because the messy stuff with Psylocke was really hard to like her. It was just really weird to like her with a lot of the messy stuff. And they deal with it in this book. They talk about it. They discuss it. And I've read the series already, and I really loved it. So I am glad to have it in physical copy. I still need to get volume 1. I would love to get the hardcover of volume 1, but I don't see that in my future because that is expensive right now. But we dream. Don't we all? We dream a dream that never dies. That life will be something. Okay. Next we have a book I bought on a whim, and that is The Witch and the Tar. This is, I believe, a Baba Yaga retelling. It's giving me, like, Cersei vibes, but a Baba Yaga. And it says, as a half-goddess possessing magic, Yaga is used to living on her own. And then I know it has some political stuff in it, and I'm really excited to get into this. This cover looks really nice. Even though I just seen the UK cover, and I'm like, oh, I wish I got the UK cover. But I persist. Ooh, okay. I haven't read that, so I can't give you, like, a mini review. Okay, next is Imari and the Night Brothers by B.B. Elston. This follows Imari as she is accepted into a mysterious program that her missing brother signed her up for before his disappearance. And Imari finds something to do, and she goes into it looking for her brother. I will have a review of this in the video that has not come out yet. It will come out, it won't be the next video, because the next video is the TBR for December. But it will come out in my November wrap-up. I will discuss this book more further then. Just know I really enjoyed it. This cover is also gorgeous. Funny story, I wanted to buy this because it was a book chosen for me to read by Princess. And it's also been on my list forever, so I went to go buy it. And because I am a hardcore bougie hoe, I had to buy the box set. So I believe I have the sequel on here. But we will talk about that later. Okay. Next is a book I already have, but it is The Iron Keys. And the reason I bought this was because when I went to the Belladonna book signing, the author was there, and I did not know she would be there because a bitch does not pay attention. And I was like, well, I want to read this book, so I bought it and got it signed. This isn't my signed edition. That is on my bookshelf, but I'm so excited to get into this, especially after hearing her talk about it. When she got the chance to talk about her book, it sounds amazing. It is about family, drama. It is about, like, a royal family that has drama, and it's the Ivory Key and not the Iron Key. Also, this will be my book club pick for December, the Ivory Key. So, you heard it here first. Okay. Next is Thing Because a Bitch Has No Self-Control. I was on Amazon, just window shopping at work, as I do to deal with the massive amounts of irritation that I have with people. Sorry, I just triggered myself. And I saw a box set for sale, and I was like, no, I shouldn't. I should wait. But then a part of me said, buy it, and I guess I did. Okay, so that box set includes hardcover copies of The Trials of Apollo, The Dark Prophecy, The Burning Maze, The Tyrant's Tomb, and last but not least, The Tower of Nero. But these are all a part of the Trials of Apollo series, which takes place after the Heroes of Olympus. So I won't go into it because it spoils events that happen in Heroes of Olympus, and that spoils events of what happens in Percy Jackson. But I do plan on rereading Percy Jackson next year, so I will be getting to these sooner than later. But next we have a book I just bought today, and that is The Luminaries. And this is by Susan Dennard. This is about all I know is like monster hunters in the woods, and our main character wants to join it. And that's all I really need to know about it. But I am excited to get into it. Ooh, it's got a map. And yeah, I just know it's like spooky woods vibes, and this cover is gorgeous, and it's a shorter book than I thought it was going to be. So that'll be fun to read. Don't fall. I'm looking at this book stack. Like, bitch, please don't fall. Bitch, don't fall. Bitch, don't fall. Bitch, it fell. I did that myself. Okay. Next is Amari and the Great Game. So this is the sequel to Amari and the Night Brothers. Won't get into the topics of this book because it will spoil the first book. But also, gorgeous cover. Can we talk about that? Like, oh, that, whoever did that. Chef's kiss. So next book is called Thistlefoot, and this is another Baba Yaga book. So I'm surprised we're getting a couple more Baba Yaga books. But this is about the Yaga siblings, Bellatini, a young woodworker, and Isaac, a wayfaring street performer and con artists that have been estranged since childhood, separated both by resentment and by ways of miles of American highway, but when called to receive a mysterious inheritance, the siblings are reunited, only to discover that their request isn't land or money, but something far stranger, a sentient house launching on legs. So we get witchy Baba Yaga stuff. We get, like, family drama. Sign me up. I want to read this. I don't know when I will read this. I might read this next month, even though next month is my sequel month, because this is giving me winter vibes, and I need to read it. Like, I don't know. I want to read this more than I want to read The Witch in the Tar. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what fate has demanded of me. Okay, we got 2 more books left. We could do this. Okay. Next is La-da-dee-da-da-dee-da, La-da-dee-da-da-dee-da-da-dee-da. Blood Marked. Ah, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. This is the only book I think that might dethrone Babel. This is the only challenger I'm expecting that could dethrone Babel as my favorite book of the year. This is Blood Marked, the sequel to Legendborn. If you don't know, I don't know where this accent came from, but you know what Legendborn is about. This is the sequel. It is inspired by Arthurian mythology. I won't go into much because I don't want to spoil Legendborn. Alright, enough of me talking like this. Okay, next book. Okay. And the last book that I have here. I mean, like, I don't know why I still have this accent. Okay. I'm back. I don't know what happened to me and took over. Okay, last book is Foul Lady Fortune. So pretty and shiny. Shiny. You can tell I'm going crazy. So this is by Chloe Gong. This is connected to the other series she has. These Violent Delights. This is connected to it, so it's in the same world. This just takes place, I believe, a couple years later. This takes place in 1931, so not the 1920s. And this is about a certain character, codenamed Fortune. I won't tell you who she really is because it is a spoiler for the other books. But she is a spy, and she has to go undercover, and she has to pretend to be posed as the wife of a nationalist spy, and they have to find shit out. And I don't know if it's because I've been watching Spy X Family, and this is about like spies pretending to be a couple. This plot is sounding Spy X Family vibes. And that is making me want to read it more because I love Spy X Family. But I am really excited to read this. This cover is gorgeous. I mean, it's my favorite color, so I'm biased. But, yeah, that is my fall book haul. I think I called it the fall one already. If I didn't, this is the fall book haul. I'm not refilming if I called it something else. It's the fall book haul, yeah. I'm sorry. Mentally, you could tell I'm tired. And I still got one more video to film before tonight ends. But yeah, tell me what you guys bought in the fall that stuck out to you, or if there's any book you've read here that I talked about that you want to mention. I made a post about it already, but I will not be doing any more vlogs for the rest of the year. I have been too exhausted, and just the amounts of time I'm filming, I'm forgetting to film just because I'll be tired from work. I legit come home, go home. So I am going to, sorry, I know you guys are tired of hearing me talk about work, but, so I'm going to take a break from vlogging. There will still be these weekly videos out, but once January hits back up, that first Wednesday in January, there will be a vlog. These, I swear. But I'm just like, you know what? I'm not happy with the quality of my vlogs right now. Let me take a break. Let me kind of recontextualize myself. Let me meditate. And hopefully my vlogs will be better, at least for me. Because, like, that's what matters. If I like what I'm putting out, I want you guys to enjoy it. But I need to be able to... I need to, like it. So I will be back with vlogs in January. Reading sprints are still spontaneous because it depends when I'm working or not. I know there will be one next week, the Monday after this video goes up. There won't be one the Monday after, but that Tuesday will be the live for my book club, Enchanted Forest Book Club. And the book is Nubia, of course. That will be up. So I will probably actually make the live tonight after I film the next video. Okay, sorry, don't mean to ramble, but subscribe if you are new here and you liked what you've seen, and if you didn't, I don't want to hear about it. Just tell me you did anyway, because I love validation. All right, I will see you guys next time.